All right. Today's update will be intraday, so you will see the candles dancing around as I talk, but we are starting to get the pivot now in the price action that could lead to some lower prices, especially because we have some gaps to fill to the downside. So on SPY, if I very quickly switch over to the 1 hour chart, you can see that we have this double top rejection. So if you wanted to short the market, you now have a very decent risk reward setup because you have a very clear risk level at that rejection at 456. Doesn't guarantee you're going to win the trade, and we still do have a bull trend on this daily chart. So if you are shorting, at least you have low risk to do so and very high reward if we do come down to some critical support and fill the gap below. Now, in order to fill that gap, we need to break all the way down through this support, which is right in the 450s in the 448 zone. But if we start to see high volume selling, we'll likely slice right down through those, and it's going to move very quickly, with the target down here at the rising 20 daily moving average and the gap fill right around 443. So if you want to short, you're managing a risk right around 456. And if we break through that, then we're likely going to my next target higher at 460. And if we continue the rejection, you have all of these lower targets to hit and you can take profits along the way. On the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we're currently down about 1.26%, and there was a lot of selling in Tesla after earnings, and we'll get to Tesla later in the video, but right now the triple Qs are getting rejected below 383, and below that we have the gap to fill at 374. So just like SPY, we are officially have the pivot now, which means we could be rolling over and coming down to backfill some of these gaps, or test the rising 20 daily moving average in the low 370s. So now in order to get more bullish on the triple Qs, we need to break through 387, and then we'll be looking for that target higher at 393. Otherwise, we're continuing the rejection to lower prices. On the Dow Jones, we're currently up 0.83%, and the Dow Jones had that extremely bullish breakout above 346, and it's been straight up ever since, and we're outside the upper Bollinger Band yet again for the third day in a row, and we have the gap to fill below right around 350. Now we have a critical resistance here at 353, so there's a good chance we don't actually close the day above this level. But if we do close the day above 353, that is another bull breakout. On a rejection from 353, we'll be looking for the gap fill just below 350, and critical support is still at the breakout at 346. On the Russell 2000 IWM ETF, we're down 0.71%, coming back down to the breakout at 195, and as long as we hold this breakout, we can still go reach 198 and then 201, and if we break down below 195, we're looking for support at 191.5 and the gap fill at 190, and we're bullish above the breakout at 188, so 188 is still the critical support. On the ARKK ETF, we're currently down 3.83%, and this is mostly due to Tesla selling off, and we're getting a clear rejection from that resistance level, and from here, we could get the back test of that breakout that I've been talking about at 46. If we come down to 46 and we bounce, we're still in a bull trend, and if we slice right through it, it was a false breakout, and we're still in the bear market. So 46 is going to be your critical support level in the ARKK ETF. On the VIX, we're currently down about 0.5%, so we still don't see fear spiking in this market, but if we do, we're going to see the VIX out above 15, and then we could get it more panic selling and go to those lower prices. On Bitcoin, we're still trading above 29,000, we're still in the bull flag, and we're not taking action until we break down below support at 29,000 or above resistance at 31,000. Above 31,000, we go to 35,000, and below 29,000, we're coming back down to 28,000. On Tesla stock, we're down 6.5% after earnings, and we came all the way back down to the rising 20 daily moving average, and we have critical support at 274. So you want to see Tesla closing above 274 today if you're bullish, or at least above the rising 20 daily moving average at 271. Below that, we fill the gap at 264, and if we continue lower, we're going back down towards 241 and the gap fill at 235. On Apple stock, we're currently flat, only up about 0.09%, but we're still above the breakout at 194, and as long as we're above the breakout, we can continue to test that target at 197.5, and if we break through that, we're likely going to the nice whole round number of 200. Below 194, we close the gap at 191 and test critical support at 190. So jump it back over to the S&P 500. As I said before, this is an intraday update, so the candles are moving around, but it does look like we're getting the pivot. So it's on the bulls now to fight back and break out to a higher high. Otherwise, the sellers are going to take over and we're going to see lower prices. It's completely normal to get sell the news after earnings. So if you didn't catch that on Tesla, you need to take on less risk during earnings season. And you need to lock your profits while you have them because you can always live to fight another day. Dealing with large gap downs is not how you want to trade earnings, so lock those profits and don't get greedy. And if you're an investor, just hold on for the wild ride and there's going to be plenty of volatility along the journey. Don't forget to check out my services, Bank Trade Alerts, and the Stocks Channel Discord server if you're looking for more help and want to crush this market. And you can find out more information about either service by clicking on the links in the description of this video. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.